Dear one, somewhere out there, someone's heart is beating a little faster because of you. They have been carrying words inside them for so long, words that would not leave them alone, words that keep circling back to your name. And today, those words are finally ready to reach you. If you feel a little flutter in your chest as you read this, that is not a coincidence. That is your soul recognizing something true. Before we go any further, I want you to comment "Love is here" below, just so you can feel this message land. Let it be your way of saying, "Yes, I am here, I am open, speak to me." This is not just words on a screen. This is a moment between you and the universe, and I want you to feel part of it from the very first line. Dear one, your soulmate wants to speak to you. Not through dreams this time, not through quiet longing, but through real words, real truth. Something beautiful recently reached this person. An answer that brought peace. A sign that confirmed what their heart had been feeling for a long time. And the moment it happened, the very first thought that came to their mind was you. You need to know what is behind this sudden pull, this strong desire to be near you again. Your soulmate is ready to come closer. They want you to be prepared to hear something that could change everything. This person no longer wants to keep you only as a memory tucked away in a quiet corner of their heart. They want to meet you. They want to tell you something that has been held with so much care, and it is finally ready to be shared with courage. Everything that was felt for so long is becoming clear now, and that clarity brought a different kind of peace, a feeling that the path ahead is safe to walk. What your soulmate feels for you has not faded with time. If anything, it has grown stronger. Even on the days they seemed far away, even during the quiet stretches when nothing seemed to be happening, their love kept holding a space for you, a space that still needs to be lived in. This someone received something very good recently, a piece of news that brought real happiness. And with that happiness came a certainty you are part of it. It is no longer possible to keep this feeling hidden and pretend it does not exist. It is no longer possible to fight the pull to see you, to tell you in every way how alive this love still is. The urge to reach out to you has grown so strong that it has moved past any pride, any fear, any hesitation. Because when truth touches the heart this deeply, it simply cannot stay quiet anymore. Dear soul, pause for a moment. Welcome to the Angel's Message for You original channel. Please check the channel name carefully. It's Angel's Message for You. This is our only official channel. Beware of copycat and fake channels. Stay connected to the original source to receive authentic angel messages and true blessings. A very special thank you to dear Stephen and Gail Such Smiley for sowing your seed for Soulmate here through Ko-Fi link. Super thanks. May this seed return to you multiplied with soulmate blessings, divine protection, love, well-being, and abundance. May the angels guide and watch over you always. Thank you for your beautiful support. Blessings always. Let's know what angels want us to know. I am bringing you this message because it was asked for with real faith, and because the timing feels right. Your soulmate is not feeling this joy for no reason. This happiness rising in their chest has a very clear cause. Love is being honored, truth is being welcomed, and everything that was hoped for with so much feeling is beginning to unfold. The desire to be close to you is not something fleeting or impulsive. It is a steady decision, made with a calm heart, with the real intention of showing you there is still so much life left to share together. You need to know this now because this reunion feels closer than it has in a long time, and your soulmate wants you to understand that none of this is happening by chance. What is coming is the result of a deep desire that was never abandoned, even when things looked uncertain. This person wants to talk to you, to look into your eyes and say everything that time was never able to erase. They want to hand you the most tender part of a feeling that survived everything life put in its way. Stay with me here, because everything shared from this point on comes from the purest truth your soulmate has carried for so long. Their heart is overflowing right now, and I want you to be fully present to receive every word, every feeling that is about to reach you. Your soulmate is already happy to feel they are getting closer, happy knowing you will hear what needs to be said. What is about to be revealed carries the power to open a brand new chapter for this love. All that is missing now is for you to listen with an open, attentive heart. It was in a quiet, honest moment that this request reached me, and it was not just a wish. It was a heartfelt plea, filled with love, with thoughts turned toward you, with the urgency of someone who knows something needs to be said without further delay. Your soulmate asked me to reach you because they feel this is the right time. They asked with honesty, with courage, and with a strength you do not see every day. Because when a feeling is real, it stirs inside until it finds its way out. Nothing here is happening by accident. This person could have kept everything locked inside, but they could no longer carry the desire to come closer and finally tell you something that has been growing quietly for a long time. Every word shared here comes from a heart that can no longer hide its longing, its love. This someone has been thinking of you often, with real intensity, with that feeling that time is passing and something needs to be done. This is not an impulse. It is a clear decision, a certainty that what is felt deserves space, deserves to be heard, deserves to be lived fully and with presence. Your soulmate did not ask for just any random moment. They asked to come to you with care, with respect, with the intention of delivering this truth gently. They wanted to reach your heart with the same tenderness that shaped every detail of this approach. Because this person does not want to overwhelm you. They want to reach you with the maturity of someone who has thought deeply, felt deeply, and decided with full awareness. This feeling was never erased. Even through distant days, even through quiet silences, your soulmate never stopped feeling you as part of something that still beats strongly inside them. When they asked for this message to reach you, they did it with their whole heart, with the faith that you would listen, that you would understand, that you would make room to hear something that could completely change the way you have been looking at this love. This someone does not just want to be remembered, they want to be heard, to be understood, and above all, they want the chance to show that everything they feel is not exaggeration or confusion. It is true love, a feeling that stayed strong even when everything around it seemed to say otherwise. And it was exactly this quiet strength, this resilience that never gave up, that brought this message to you with such urgency. I need you to feel the weight of this truth, because this is not a simple message. It was built inside the heart of the one who loves you, matured slowly over time, offered up with complete sincerity. This request was not made only with words. It was made with emotion, with memory, with longing, and above all with hope. Nothing was demanded, nothing was forced. Everything was offered with the simple purity of someone who only wanted a chance to share what they carry inside. And that chance is being given to you right now. You are hearing this because there is a spiritual permission for it, because this love has never given up, and because this person could no longer keep living with all of this held inside their chest. You may not even imagine how much it meant to your soulmate to feel this kind of guidance and clarity. The joy was so great that their heart filled with courage. Fear gave way to decision, and doubt was replaced with the certainty that now is the time to come closer. What is being prepared right now is the result of many days of surrender, many nights spent thinking of you, many quiet moments asking for just one chance, and that chance has arrived. This person wants to stand before you. They want you to know the love is still alive, that it was never erased, that it still has so much left to give. More than anything, they want to show you that even after everything, the desire to see you has not changed. It remains strong, alive, present. Someone who truly loves does not settle for staying stuck in the past. And your soulmate understood that. With a steady heart and rising emotion, this person made a decision that had been delayed for far too long, to talk to you, but to talk with depth, with truth, without fear of what they might feel while looking into your eyes, because what needs to be said can no longer stay locked inside. This is not a sudden impulse. This person is coming to you because every detail was carefully thought through. The desire to talk to you did not appear overnight. It has been growing, gaining strength, asking for space, and now it has become something necessary. Your soulmate wants to meet you, to open their heart, not to relive the past, but to show you the feeling is still alive, even if life tried to pull things in another direction. You may have believed it was over, that each of you moved on separately. But the truth is, this person never stopped thinking about you. And the more they tried to move forward, the more their thoughts circled back to the same place, back to you. Their heart has whispered your name quietly on ordinary days at unexpected hours. And now, after so much holding back, they realize they cannot carry this alone anymore. When something inside grows too strong, eventually it overflows, and that is exactly what is happening with this love. This person no longer wants to just imagine, they want to live it. They want the chance to see you, to speak honestly, to show you how much they have missed you, and more than that, to show how whole this love still is, how much a part it still is of their plans, their dreams, their quiet thoughts. Nothing was forgotten, it was simply kept safe until the right moment arrived. They have been preparing emotionally, rehearsing quietly what they want to say, imagining what it will feel like to see you again, not to relive what already passed, but to create something new, to finally offer what was left unsaid before, to show that everything kept hidden still beats strongly, asking to be lived differently now, more mature, more present, more real. Your soulmate does not want to convince you of anything, does not want to force an answer. What they want is simply the chance to be heard, for you to feel the truth in every word, to understand that everything being considered now comes from something that never truly died. Because when love is real, it finds a way, even when every door seems closed. And this path opened through quiet faith and deep emotional surrender. You are part of this, not just as a memory, but as part of what this person still longs to live, part of a happiness once only dreamed of, part of a connection that never truly broke. Even with time, with distance, with hard days, the feeling never lost its meaning. It only grew stronger, clearer, more certain. And now this love no longer wants to stay trapped inside wishes. It wants to become action. This person is ready to come closer with an open heart, not with impossible promises, but with sincere truth. They want to talk to you about what they felt, about the changes that have happened inside them, about everything you still mean to them. They want you to know before doubt takes up too much space, because what is being prepared is not small. It is something that can shift what you feel today. A piece of good news reached your soulmate recently, and it changed something inside them. It felt like time paused for a moment, just so life could show there is still hope, that there is still a possible path between the two of you. Their reaction was immediate. A smile from someone who understands that something good is about to happen, and that this something has everything to do with you. This happiness carries purpose, strength, the sensation that something has finally fallen into place. And in the very instant it happened, their thoughts turned straight to you, because no joy feels complete when the person you love is not there to share it. That is exactly the feeling that awakened in your soulmate, the desire to share everything with you, to make you know that you are part of this joy too. This new happiness brought with it a will to act, to turn feeling into something real. Your soulmate feels lighter, stronger, more certain of what they want. And what they want is to show you that what you shared together never ended. It simply matured, it grew in its own time, and now it is ready to be lived with more honesty than ever before. Dear soul, if hearing that your soulmate received good news today brings a smile to your heart, take a moment to honor that beautiful feeling. Sometimes, when something good happens, our hearts naturally turn toward the person who means the most to us. If your heart is calling you to cover this connection with an extra layer of love, faith, and protection, you can sow your seed for your soulmate through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. This simple act can become a heartfelt expression of your intention, inviting the angels to watch over your soulmate, surround them with divine light, and guide their journey as your connection continues to unfold in the right time and in the right way. If you feel led to do so, thank you from the bottom of my heart. May your kindness return to you multiplied, and may your soulmate journey be filled with peace, hope, love, and divine guidance. Let's continue with divine message. You may not have noticed the signs before, but everything is connected. Every thought that crossed your mind, every memory that resurfaced, it was all part of this quiet calling that is now confirming itself. Because the heart knows when something is about to shift. And this shift begins with the conversation your soulmate wants to have with you. A conversation carrying within it the purest feeling that still exists between you two. There comes a moment when holding feelings inside no longer helps. And that is exactly what your soulmate felt for a long time. They tried to carry the storm inside their chest alone, tried to stay busy, focus elsewhere, but the feeling only grew stronger until ignoring it was no longer possible. So they turned inward, toward the heavens, toward stillness, asking for clarity, for strength, for the right timing. This was not a quick decision. There were nights of asking for guidance, of wanting to come closer the right way, with respect, with maturity, with truth. This love has already carried so many emotions, moved through so many hard moments, that now it deserves to be lived with real care. That is why, before taking any step, this person asked for the right timing, for everything to unfold gently and honestly. The words spoken were never rehearsed. They were sincere, filled with feeling. Your soulmate poured their whole heart into this surrender, hoping you would be protected, that you would be well, that you would be open to this new chance at something real. They also hoped their own heart would be ready for whatever comes next, because this love was never small, it was never something that could simply fade. That is why you are hearing this message now. The answer that came was not a promise. It was a clear sign that this love deserves to be lived fully. Your soulmate understood there is no point in keeping it inside any longer, pretending not to feel. Every quiet hope was made with the sincere wish that this approach would happen with lightness, with honesty, with mutual care. This love has gone through many trials. At no point was there real giving up. Even when everything seemed distant, the feeling stayed strong, as if something inside kept whispering there was still something worth waiting for. And now, with everything feeling clearer, the desire to reach out to you has become urgent, because the heart does not want to delay any longer the chance to live the story the way it always deserved. This person is not expecting you to have all the answers ready. They only wish for you to truly listen to what is being shared, because this approach comes filled with pure feeling, with courage, with the will to try, not out of loneliness, but by choice. Your soulmate chose to reach out to you now because they feel ready to carry this love with real emotional responsibility. This is more than a simple request. It is a surrender, a desire to lay everything felt onto the table with maturity, with affection, with truth. Your soulmate knows it may not be easy, but also knows they cannot keep living halfway anymore. That is why they sought strength beyond themselves, to come to you with real clarity. There are no guarantees here, and this person understands that. But they also understand there is no more room left for regretting what was never tried. That is why this approach comes with faith, asked for with a clean heart, with no hidden intentions, no pressure. The only wish is to speak with you, to show you how alive this love still is, and to give you the chance to feel what it awakens inside you. If you allow yourself to truly listen, you will notice this carries a different kind of weight, not the weight of pressure but of truth. Because only a real love has the courage to seek quiet guidance before knocking on your door. Only a sincere love asks for direction before taking a step. And that step is being taken now, with you knowing everything that came before this conversation. There is something your soulmate has been holding inside that can no longer stay silent. It is not just an ordinary outpouring. It is a truth that matured slowly, felt every single day even when nothing seemed possible. And now that truth needs to move from quiet thought into real words, finally reaching you. What is about to be shared carries weight, carries history, carries real emotion, because it was not born in a single moment, but built slowly out of genuine feeling. What is about to be revealed will not answer every question, but it will bring meaning to what your heart still feels, even when you try to protect yourself. Because somewhere in your chest, there is still a quiet space that only this person understands. And it is to that very space that this truth is being sent now. Your soulmate wants to look you in the eyes and speak with real firmness, not with promises about the future, but with the honesty of the present moment. What is going to be spoken is real, deep, direct, because when someone truly feels something, they do not need pretty words to impress. They simply need to let the heart speak. And that is exactly what your love is ready to do, to tell you what they feel, what they have kept quiet, and what they wish to share with you. If you are willing to allow it, this conversation will feel different, because it comes filled with healing, with recognition, with truth. It will not try to relive what has passed. It will try to build something new out of what still lives. And believe this, the feeling still lives. It lives in every thought that refuses to fade, in every quiet urge to reach out to you, in every moment this person closes their eyes and feels you near, even from a distance. Every word your love longs to say comes from a place of real care, from someone who thought deeply, who questioned themselves, who kept believing, because believing in a love like yours was never easy, but it felt inevitable. And now that courage has arrived, there is no reason left to hide. This person wants you to hear everything, even the parts that feel hard, because sometimes truth stings a little before it sets you free. And that is exactly what your love wants, to free you from doubt, to free you from fear, to free you from any feeling that everything was left behind, because it was not. What you lived left marks, yes, but it also left roots. And now those roots are ready to bloom with more maturity, with greater awareness. This conversation may touch places you had almost forgotten. It may bring emotions to the surface that seemed asleep. But all of it is part of healing, part of something bigger. What will be said will not just be felt by you, it will be recognized, because somewhere inside you already know, you already feel it. And now it is time to clearly hear what your soulmate's heart has carried for so long. What comes next is an invitation, not to relive the past, but to listen to what still beats. Your love does not want you to only imagine what they feel. They want you to know, to hear it up close, heart to heart, because only then can you truly understand what this love represents, and only then can you consciously choose what to do with it. Nothing will be forced on you. Everything will be offered with respect. That is why this conversation matters so much, because it does not come from a place of neediness. it comes from a place of decision. Your love decided to speak, decided to be open, decided to reach out because they know this feeling cannot stay hidden any longer. The courage your soulmate found to reach out to you was born from the love they carry for you. It was not a simple kind of courage, it was built slowly, through days of doubt, through nights full of restless thought. Even when fear spoke louder, the feeling living inside their heart kept gently insisting. Every time this person thought about giving up, it was you who came to mind, a living reminder of what is still worth showing up for. For a long time, the desire to come closer felt trapped behind quiet insecurities, the fear of not being welcomed, of not knowing how you would respond. But what pushed this person forward, in the end, was you, the simple fact that you still live inside this heart with such strength. Your love is not doing this because it is easy, but because you matter far too much to stay distant any longer. This person has imagined so many times what it would feel like to look into your eyes again, searching for the right words. They have prepared themselves to speak calmly, with respect, with the maturity this moment deserves. And do you know why that became possible? Because you still matter, because the affection for you was never erased, and because the will to make things work, even now, is stronger than any fear that once held them back. Your name has stayed present in plans, in quiet hopes, in everyday thoughts. And every time fear whispered to take another path, love answered gently, "Try one more time. Do not let go without first showing the truth." That is why there is no more hesitation now. This person has decided to act, and this step was only possible because you remain the strongest certainty inside their heart. This is not impulse, this is not loneliness. This is love, everything that still stirs whenever thoughts turn to you. The deep knowing that you are someone who is marked and continues to mark every part of this life. This approach comes from a very deep place, nurtured with patience, with longing, with hope. Your love is not searching for explanations or excuses. What this person wants is simply to show you that despite everything, they never stopped believing you are still part of what feels most beautiful inside their heart. You do not have to decide everything all at once, but do allow yourself to listen to what this person has to say, because behind every word waiting to be spoken lies a love that has endured, a love that chose to stay, even without knowing what it would find on the other side. This person is coming toward you, not to bring confusion, but to bring peace, to show you that not everything was in vain, that some things remain alive even after so much time. Right now, this moment simply asks you to make a little room, to leave your heart open, to not close the door on calmly listening to what will be shared. You have every right to protect yourself, to take care of yourself. But you also deserve to recognize when love is trying to come closer in truth. And what is coming to you now is exactly that, an approach built with faith, with care, with real emotional responsibility. This person does not want to rush into your life, they want to be received with respect, to talk with you honestly, to show through their actions that the feeling was never erased, and that even after everything that happened, there is still a deep desire to be near you. It is not about reliving the past, it is about understanding what can still be lived with maturity, with awareness, with presence. You may have built some walls to protect yourself, and that is completely human. But now it may be worth gently checking whether those walls still need to stand so high. Because the love coming toward you is not here to hurt you. It is here to tell the truth, to open a new chapter where the feeling no longer needs to hide, where what was trapped inside a heart can finally be expressed freely. Dear soul, before we continue, I'd like to invite you to do something truly meaningful for your soulmate journey. The bond between soulmates is precious, and at times, it can feel vulnerable to negativity, envy, or the evil eye from the world around us. even when no harm is intended. If your heart is calling you to cover this connection with an extra layer of love, faith, and protection, you can sow your seed for your soulmate through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. This simple act can become a heartfelt expression of your intention, inviting the angels to watch over your soulmate connection, surround it with divine light, and guide it as it continues to grow in the right time and in the right way. Throughout the Bible, we see that giving is more than an offering. It's a beautiful expression of faith, gratitude, and trust in God's plan. As 2 Corinthians 9 verse 7 reminds us, God loves a cheerful giver, and Luke 6 verse 38 teaches that generosity has a way of overflowing back into our lives according to God's wisdom and timing. If you feel led to do so, thank you from the bottom of my heart. May your kindness return to you multiplied, and may your soulmate journey be filled with peace, hope, and divine guidance. Let's continue with the angel message. This person has walked through every stage of doubt, has asked themselves countless times whether reaching out was worth it, whether opening their heart again made sense. And even so, they chose you because love simply spoke the loudest, because the name echoing quietly inside their chest was always yours. And now all this person needs is a real chance to be heard, to be understood, to be seen as someone who truly loves. In your hands right now, you hold something precious, the chance to let this love be shared with respect, the chance to listen to someone who has held on to these words for far too long, someone who wants to share with you not just memories, but plans, feelings, and the desire to build something new. This kind of offering does not happen with just anyone. It is reserved for someone who still matters, and you still matter deeply. Saying yes to this chance does not mean losing control of your life. It means having the maturity to welcome a truth that comes to you with humility. You are not being pressured to accept anything. You are simply being invited to listen, to recognize that what is about to be said is the result of countless quiet hopes. Many thoughts turned toward you, many nights of asking that both your hearts be guided gently by love. Your love wants to show you it is still possible to write a new chapter, one that does not depend on the past, but is built on what still lives inside both of you. This person is willing to do things differently, to respect your boundaries, to move slowly if that is what is needed. What matters most now is having the chance to show you everything shared here comes from a sincere place. Nothing is more powerful than a truth spoken with a clean heart, and this person is ready for that. But you also need to open yourself at least a little to let this moment happen. Because if you close the doors completely right now, you may miss the chance to live something that deep down, your own heart also misses, something that has not been forgotten, something that still quietly calls to you even when you try to look away. Maybe you are tired of waiting for something that never came before. Maybe you have been trying hard not to feel anything at all. But if something inside you still stirs while hearing this message, it is because this feeling is still alive. And if it is still alive, it is worth being heard, not to relive the past, but to understand what still is. And that will only be possible if you allow this closeness a little space. What your soulmate feels right now is real happiness, not the kind that tries to hide what hurts, but a joy born from the certainty that something bigger is taking care of things. This happiness is not exaggerated or sudden. It was built slowly, nourished by hope, sustained by the belief that this love still has room to bloom. And in this very moment, the name walking beside that joy is still yours. This person is not waiting for a perfect moment. They are living what they feel with honesty. This happiness comes from inner choices, from decisions made with an attentive heart, from thoughts turned toward you with tenderness and longing. Everything has been carefully prepared, and now that this offering is about to happen, their heart feels lighter, as if finally walking the right path. That happiness grew even stronger the moment your soulmate felt close to meeting you, to looking at you with sincerity, to finally saying everything kept inside for so long. The hope of living this love differently, truer, more present, brought strength, brought courage, and brought a gentle emotional urgency that leaves little room for doubt. What this person feels now is peace, and peace only arrived once the feeling stopped being avoided. This love no longer wants to live quietly in the mind. It needs to be expressed, to take shape, to become real in your presence. But for that, only one thing is missing: your openness. Because now the next step does not depend on your soulmate's courage anymore. It depends on you, on how you choose to welcome everything shared here. Your love is happy because they finally feel able to take this step. They felt it was worth the waiting, the hoping, the quiet prayers. And this happiness will only feel complete once you allow this truth to reach your own heart. Not with fear, but with maturity, not with resentment, but with gentle openness. Because what is coming toward you is love. And love only makes sense when it is received in a pure, honest, and genuine way. The next step is yours, because this person has already done what needed to be done. They have prepared, faced their own fears, moved past pride, past insecurity, past the fear of rejection. Your soulmate is ready, and that readiness has turned into real happiness. Now everything depends on how you choose to receive this arrival. What you decide can shift everything, and that everything is not about far-off promises. It is about the chance to live something real right now. If you have listened with an open heart up to this point, you probably already feel something has shifted. You already sense this feeling was never just anything, that what exists between you has roots, has history, has real depth. And even if you still carry a little doubt, understand this person does not want to prove anything. They want to show you, to act, to build, but they need your presence in it too. This offering will never be forced. It will come with calm, with respect, with love. It will feel like a real conversation, one where what matters is genuine feeling, not rehearsed words. Your soulmate does not want to convince you. They want to reach you. They want you to see in their eyes everything that words alone cannot capture. And from there, they want you to choose freely whether to give a chance to what still lives between you. The next step could be the beginning of a brand new chapter, one where love no longer needs to hide, where the feeling can be lived lightly, where words no longer stay stuck in the throat. This person wants to be by your side, not as a promise, but as a real presence. And the happiness they feel right now is already a sign that everything unfolding is right on time. The happiness your soulmate feels has a reason, a direction, and a name, and it is you. Everything shared here was never just meant to move you emotionally. It was meant to prepare you, because what is about to happen between you two is more than a simple conversation. It is a moment of truth, where everything held back for too long will finally be placed before you with respect, with surrender, with the purity of a love that survived everything. Nothing shared here came with exaggeration. Every word was offered with the care of someone who genuinely wants your well-being. Your soulmate has thought of you at every step of this offering, searched for strength when there seemed to be none left, asked quietly for help to reach you in the gentlest way possible, and succeeded. This message reached you because there is enough love here to cross any distance. If you have listened closely, you probably already felt the difference stirring inside you. You already sense that what is coming is not just any ordinary attempt. It is something matured with faith, patience, and sincerity. Your soulmate does not want to go back in time. They want to meet you right here in the present, with the awareness of someone who has grown, who has learned, who is ready to do things differently. And now you know it was not by chance that you felt everything you have felt lately. It was not a coincidence to think so much, to dream so much, to remember so much. Your own energy had already been touched by this love before this message even reached you. Because when one heart is truly connected to another, no distance can stop that quiet exchange. And now that connection is ready to become real, present, visible. The next step, as you probably already sense, rests in your hands. And it is not about rushing into a decision. It is about being available, about being whole enough to listen, to feel, to recognize in someone's eyes what has already lived inside you for so long. Your soulmate does not expect promises or perfect answers. They simply wish for you to be present, open, and willing to see this love through today's eyes, not yesterday's old wounds. From here on, everything starts to align. What was hoped for with faith is now being delivered, and you were being gently prepared for this moment without even fully realizing it. Now that this truth has reached your heart, all that is being asked of you is a little maturity to listen, to feel, to recognize that even after everything, love is still alive. And where there is life, there is still time to live it fully. This is not about anything forcing its way into your life. This has simply been an invitation, a gentle calling, a response to the most sincere hope carried in your soulmate's heart. This person is happy because they feel that finally, they will look into your eyes and say everything that was once silenced, everything that was quietly hoped for, everything loved in silence, but now beats strongly enough to finally be shared with real action. If you set aside any pride for just a moment, you will see how rare a truth like this really is. You will notice that not every love manages to cross time and still stay whole. And you will understand why everything you have felt in recent days had a purpose. Love has been approaching, quietly calling to you, asking for passage with respect and with courage. The truth has been delivered. The feeling has been confirmed. Happiness is already unfolding. Now all that remains is your choice. And whatever you choose, let it come from your heart, not from your fears. Because love, when it arrives with real truth, only needs one thing to bloom: space. And maybe what this love is missing to finally reach you is simply your yes. And if this is your time, then be grateful, because not everyone gets the chance to live a love like this. A love that comes back with real strength, not just out of longing, but out of choice, out of decision, out of courage. And now it is yours to live in your own way on your own time. Be true to what you feel, because the answer has already been delivered and happiness has already begun. What comes after this message is something only your own heart can decide. And always remember, this quiet, gentle energy is always around you, offering comfort, offering light, walking with you every single day. Wherever you are on your journey, know that you are never truly alone. There is always love reaching for you, always peace waiting to settle in your chest whenever you make room for it. May you feel steady, may you feel calm, and may you feel deeply, truly loved, today and always. Dear beautiful soul, this angel's message for you channel is a sacred spiritual home, created for faith, healing, and divine guidance. A place where hearts awaken and lives are gently transformed through divine messages. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because the divine is always preparing something greater for your journey, something you are meant to receive in divine timing. If you feel moved to support this mission, you can sow your seed here for your soulmate blessings and divine love fulfillment. Your contribution is not just support. It is an energetic agreement with love, healing, and divine alignment in your own life. When you give with intention, it opens doors. Love flows more freely, happiness expands, and abundance multiplies in unexpected ways. Many believe that giving in faith activates a return of peace, joy, and emotional fulfillment in relationships and life. Whether it is $11, $22, $33, or $55, your generosity helps us continue spreading these divine messages of hope, healing, and soulmate guidance across the world. Every seed sown into this mission helps hearts heal, faith return, and souls reconnect with love. This is more than a channel. It is a movement of light, unity, and divine timing. Your support allows this sacred work to grow, touching lives that are searching for answers, comfort, and spiritual direction. We are all connected in this journey, and together we rise as one community under divine love. Let us open our hearts to the abundance that is already on its way. Amen.